But before we get to that, we do have to get to another silly little run, because after we saw a bunch of bears in What the Car, we're going to see even more of them as Captain Dangerous takes us up to the stratosphere for this all endings run of Bears in Space. Captain Dangerous, take us away.
A picture-perfect introduction. Thank you very much for that sort of run. Hello, everybody. My name is Dangerous. I am a speedrunner of many different things, and today I bring you a speedrun of Bears in Space. Now, if that sounds like the title of a very silly game, so I brought some people to be on my couch with me. If my commentators would like to introduce themselves, Asuka.
Hello, I'm Asuka424, and I can barely contain my excitement.
You sound like it.
Yeah.
Cosmic.
My name is DECosmic. I often run action games, primarily the Devil May Cry series, and I'm going to tell an unbearable amount of puns this run.
And so it begins. Yes. Oh boy. All right. Well, I say we get this run started then. We're going to be running New Game Plus, so we have the full loadouts maxed out, like all weapons maxed out, everything. So, and we're going to just start from the first level and go from there. So, we're going to start at SSR sign. I'm going to hit play, and then once I click beginning of level, we're going to start the timer. So, let's do this in 3, 2, 1, go. Bears. So we're going to skip a couple of cutscenes.
Bears.
Nice, got right up to the button.
I like you said skip a few cutscenes, and my dog immediately left the room.
All right, so we are doing all endings. However, we are not going to do one of the endings yet. We're going to save that one for later. Now, if you're wondering what I did with the journal just now, we're going to explain that a little bit later. There's a spot where it's going to make a lot more sense to explain it rather than try to cram that in. We're going to save one of the endings for a little bit later. Now, if you want a little bit of context about what type of game this is, just enjoy this neo-noir monologue.
Hey, that's the famous spacetronaut, Captain Maxwell Adams. He's just one mission away from retirement. After the events that unfolded on Klaxion Delta, where Max had to make the soul-destroying decision between the unimaginable and the unthinkable, High Command made the decision that his time was up and assigned him to this prison transport ship, the SS Ursine, as a final send-off. They believed he was past his prime and a long way from his gun-slinging, blaster-tossing, plasma-hurling younger self. But I expose to you, Trevor, if push comes to shove and they teamed up into a stronger force of motion and wished to wage a battle against Max, well, even at his advanced age and with his traumatic past, I'd still bet on him, because the bookies are only paying negatives. Raw! Raw!
All right. Oh God. Oh my God. What do I do? What button do I push?
I forgot. I
You hit the
can't count
button
that
with
high.
your name on it. Hit the button with your name on it.
Well, hold on. Like, this is a marathon, so we should probably go like marathon safe strats, right? Marathon safe.
No, absolutely not.
No.
Oh.
After successfully pressing the boring yet safe hyper quickness button, Maxwell completed of delivering the bears in space to the prison planet. With nothing left to do on his chore list, he retired to a life of boredom, where he pondered what might have happened if he pressed the other button. R.I.P. Maxwell Adams.
GG!
Ending number 1 down. We've got a few more. Yeah, there's going to be 5 special endings that you're going to see throughout this game, and funnily enough, they put one of them right here at the very beginning. So annoyingly, they put you back here, which is
That's less than ideal.
yeah. It would be nice if they put you at the top of the elevator, but it's fine. At least you don't have to do the monologue again. All right.
That just means they want you to rise to the occasion.
So now we're going to push the one with my name on it.
It's me, the chicken.
Now,
But which one's misspelled?
it's a little bit misspelled, yeah. Now this is gonna break a little bit, so we're doing these cutscenes out of order because I did that journal glitch a second ago. So the people that we're talking to aren't there anymore, and now Crisis is happening. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Don't worry about them. It's fine. But yeah, so now we've got a bear riding around on our back. And this is Bear-Tana. So we are Captain Maxwell Adams, and we are rescuing Bear-Tana, who is a bear in space. He's the thing. Oh, the title drop. Alright, you can do that same glitch on this cutscene, but you don't really save time doing it, so I never really bother.
It's always a bummer when that happens, when there's like free tech, but it's like, oh, this loses time, or it's breaks even.
Yeah.
Let's make our way to the drop.
I mean, if it breaks even, I'll do it.
No, that's fair.
Now, we're gonna get the pistol here. However, the pistol's fully upgraded, so we have... Three of them.
I see nothing wrong with this.
I just want to point out that this guy has 2 left hands, which, shout out to left-handed people, myself and my wife.
Yeah, left-handed, let's go.
Wait, Cosmic, you're lefty too?
Yes, I'm also
That is
left.
awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Let's go. Clear out this fight.
The greatest, like, destruction of the percentage breakdown ever.
Nice. And we got the glitch right there at the end to skip that final cutscene. Now, that does skip a really funny sequence, however, speed. All right, so now we
You
have...
can basically say that about every cutscene.
Yeah, more or less.
Oh, this is the thing I don't like watching. Go away. No.
So now we have a couple of shmup sequences, and Oscar, you're a shmup fan. How does this make you feel?
As someone that's very much not a shmup fan, I'm loving it, man. This is a great Friday evening for me. Skipping shmup sequences. Can we get a couple more of those in a row? Oh, I'd be
Can we get
about it.
donos for skipping shmup sequences? Pog?
I agree, yes. Absolutely.
All right, now we actually have the first, like, actual level, because that was really just, like,
This is
a tutorial.
unbearable.
Oh my god, yes it is. It is unbearable. So now we have double jump.
I think it's pawsome, personally.
We have dash, and we are going to do that glitch tech again. Don't worry, it's gonna look weird, but it'll make sense when we explain it in the next level. Right now, it doesn't really do us much good to explain it because, yeah, the point is we just skipped past an arena and got up here. So navigate
Dane,
through this.
just bear with us. We'll give the joke some more space.
Oh my
next
god,
time.
I'm already regretting everything about this. Who are the most serious
this to
speedrunners I
yourself.
know that wouldn't do this to me?
Not us.
True.
It's definitely not you.
So true.
All right, so we're skipping into the last arena of this level. We're gonna line up right here. Now, normally you would have to do this fight. However, we line up right in this spot, aim right here, and dash. We hit a trigger that causes the little rocket here to drop down, and then we can end the level. Nice and easy. Otherwise, we'd have to do that final fight, which takes time. Let's skip it. All right, now, one thing to maybe talk about is why it is called New Game Plus Legacy. Oscar, you can probably explain that.
Oh god. So there's a game breaking skip that quite literally broke the game a little bit too much, and a lot just everything was skipped. The entire game was basically skipped, and honestly, not so fun. So what Dane has done is very carefully concocted a route that features both the skip and like
Actual
other
gameplay.
different route. Yeah, actual gameplay. Like what is the next way
It
to
doesn't
say
skip
this?
absolutely everything except for 2 fights.
Yeah. Thus legacy.
Optimized versions of a casual playthrough, essentially, like what what the intended combat would look like if it were optimized, essentially.
All right, so here's where we're going to explain that glitch. We're going to...
Oh, gee.
What's that you say? You
A load away from this guy. So, yeah, if you open a journal right when you get locked into a cutscene, you can do this where you just kind of fly away. And this is a great time for us to explain this. Oscar, I'll let you tackle that one.
Oh, for a journal skip?
Yeah.
So it's the journal is the most broken thing in this universe. And what happens is if you go into your journal at the same time that a cutscene starts, your character can now like move during the cutscene. Sometimes, well, float away into the distance like Dane currently is. There are some cutscenes where you have this invisible rubber band surrounded by you and whatever you're tethered to. So you could try to escape, but then you snap back to them. But for this part, you can see Dane has just yeeted himself into the non-existent sun and the edge of the world that we see there. And he's going to very carefully, you better stick this landing. I will mock you incessantly if you don't. Good job. You could have used that third hand to like wipe the sweat off your brow for that one.
While steering the ship with the other two hands.
Exactly. But yes, there's a lot. You'll see this journal skip a lot throughout the entire game because it's just so broken. So, yeah.
Do it here to push that button a little bit early, so while we're waiting for this dialogue to play through, we can let the elevator go up. Just saves like maybe 2 seconds.
Elevator operator. All
right, we're gonna do another. Oh, I hit the button a little bit early, so I gotta redo that. Luckily, the checkpoint is right here, so it's nice and easy to reset. They're gonna do it right here. There we go.
All right, Maxie, something
Now we are going to be heading toward the end of the level. We're actually not going to go into the end level trigger, and I'll show you why when we get there. But we are going to head in that general direction to start. And okay, question for you two. Honestly, tell me, does this look like a clown to you? Because it kind of looks like a clown to me, doesn't it?
Yeah. Either that or something out of Poppy Playtime.
Well, the hair's a little bit long, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I knew you were gonna do that after Archie did it. Rude. Here's a little bit long. So funny, guy. All right. So we're going to, I went a little far, that's fine. We're going to drop down into here. Now we could go straight to the end level trigger. However, it is actually faster to drop in here and just one-shot this dude.
dang.
So we have access to...
Also, this is now heaven or hell difficulty.
Yeah, basically. So yeah,
yes.
we have access to what is called the pyrite gun. If you know pyrite is fake gold, so it's a fake golden gun. Any 007 fans out there?
Yeah.
Somehow I missed the boost pad there. That was weird.
Man with the golden gun. It's a good movie.
It's a good note in too.
That's true too.
Just hitting the
That breaks so many friendships.
this trigger, but it's fine.
Sorry, selecting odd job breaks so many friendships. Continue.
That's true too.
All right, we're gonna do the warden skip here. So this boss is called the warden. We are gonna actually skip the entire fight because this fight is actually really long if we don't skip it. So I'm going to do another journal hover.
Word of your terror has reached my ears. The time of your reckoning is now.
Guy's got a little bit of a lisp there. Now, I'm not going to dash here yet because I do want to get enough height to be able to clear this wall behind me. So I might actually bump into it. Yeah, bumped into it slightly. And then we're going to push up against this. I need a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, you could do a bit better than that game. All right, that's fine. It's a little slow, but that's fine. And we are going to float all the way over here. We're going to get past the ground right here. Now, there is a gigantic death plane hovering around this sludge. So I need to wait a minute before I start moving through. Right here should be good. And then I'm going to dash a couple of times. I'm going to get a very specific lineup. That's the warden, by the way. He rises up from the ground.
Whoa.
Gonna get us right about here, warp back in, and we end the level. Nice and easy. That's warden skip.
Very cool.
It is very cool.
That is like definitely one of the harder parts of these journal hovers is that like half of them you have to do like just blind. You just like are not looking at anything. You're just like, well, I kind of know where to stop, and then you can like turn
Roughly,
around
yeah.
and, like, go to the
It
journal.
is the hardest part for sure.
Yeah.
Is knowing where to line up.
Yeah, it's like for people learning this run, game makes the journal covers so easy looking, but in reality, they take some getting used to, especially because you need to know right where the cutscene starts.
Yep.
Because it's going to be a little bit different each time. So.
Alright, so we're gonna start a cutscene with this guy. I'm going to navigate my way through this hallway backward, which is a little tricky to do, but we're going to get back into the original room we were in, that we started in, and then we're going to float away. I'm going to wait for a visual cue. Float up right to... oh, I apparently passed it, and I didn't see it. Okay, that's fine. That just means we lose a couple seconds. It's fine. Gonna spam space to mash through that, and we are gonna fall all the way over here, and the end level trigger is right about there.
Dang.
Feels like it moves every run. Like it's just a slightly different spot every time. That was a gold split, by the way.
I'll throw out my obligatory... Nice. I'll throw out my obligatory narrow strike range joke of the day. You float anymore, I'd start calling you Mouse Mouse.
But modest bear. Alright, very long elevator ride here. And this elevator ride is very long for a reason. Gonna push the button here, come back, refill my ammo, just in time for the elevator to open. Push the button, very short elevator ride. And we have a boss fight. So this is actually one of the characters that we met at the beginning of the game. His brain is now implanted into this robot.
Never trust a robot.
And we're gonna fight him. So he's more of a mini boss than an actual boss fight, but on New Game Plus, he dies pretty easily. Just spam the journal
Not the
here.
brains of the operation.
You hit such. No, this is.
Cool, and that gets us
Nice.
to the door a little faster. Just the littlest bit faster. All right, and now we are going to skip the entire rest of the level. Gonna do another journal hover off of Vic here.
Hey, you two. There's a town just ahead.
Gonna float. This is a really weird spot because it keeps like moving your position randomly, and it's very strange to try to navigate. I bumped into a bunch of walls on the way up. All right, we're gonna float to a spot. I'm looking for a yellow roof on a building. That's going to be my visual cue that we can cut out of this journal hover. So we're looking for a yellow roof that's going to be in the bottom left corner. Not that one. That's not the one we're looking for. Not that other one. We're not looking for that one. That's the one right there. That's the one we want. Spam through, and oh, I am. Uh-oh. Can I make this? Oh my god, I made it.
Wow.
That was about as close as you can
so
get.
close.
Great.
Yeah.
I'll
Time
back
save.
into that one.
And that's the end of the level. Cannot believe I cut it that close. My god.
Nice.
Okay.
That's
Now.
pretty well done though, man.
Thank you. All right, and then we go into the next level. Who's a fan of War? Anybody a fan of War?
Like the U2 album, or
No. War.
the band?
I'm just appreciating your boat mate.
He's a good
Oh,
boatmate.
yeah, he's pretty cool.
All right, yeah, we're on a battlefield now, so we are going to spam dash our way through here. We're gonna hit this autosave, and we're gonna load checkpoint. This is literally just to deload all the robots that are here. Conveniently, if you reload checkpoint, they're all gone when you load back in. Makes things nice. We're gonna jump up here, jump up here, jump up here, climb this wall. I have to be very careful here because if I fall in bounds, I'm going to have to restart the whole level, which I would rather not do. Gonna line up here.
I actually got the autosave right there.
Yeah. We're gonna jump here. Line up here. This is a weird spot, so there's some really weird collision in this spot. And this part is a massive pain in the butt to actually do, because there we go. Yeah, it's kind of random if you can actually do that full jump up there. I've been experimenting with ways to make that more consistent, but so far I haven't really found anything that's super useful there. All right, we have to kind of navigate this hill around the outside because some parts of this hill are so steep that we'll actually fall down them, including this part. So I gotta be a little careful here. Very good. I'm gonna hug this left wall. I don't want to fall down. No, I can fall down here. This is fine. I just don't want to fall down like earlier than that point, or I'd fall into a spot I would not be able to get out of. And then, whoops. There we go. The invisible wall there. And now we're in one of the later sequences of the game, or sorry, of the level. Gonna hit these thrust pads to boost myself over here. And now we're gonna get to the best journal hover in the game. Chat, I hope you are ready for this. This is the best one.
Are you done exploring?
No. For I have not yet explored the skies. Just love this guy stands in front of you and he says, "Are you done exploring?" And then you just float away. It's too good. Alright, gonna line up right about here. Should be good.
Well,
Gonna say no. And that is gonna drop us into here. Gonna hit another autosave.
will you just come
Load
see me
checkpoint.
when you're ready?
And that's going to get us into the last room. Now, there's a really annoying sequence with an auto-scroller, or basically an auto-scroller. But if we jump up here, and jump here, we hit the end level trigger. We can skip that whole thing. And that is a nice skip. Because that is
awesome.
That sequence is painful. You have to control a really big turret, and it's a nightmare. Now, this level was also a nightmare for a really long time until another runner named Zen found... Can you talk to me? Thank you. Found a skip for it. We're going to do a journal hover off of this guy. Gonna float through here. Gonna navigate this backwards. Gonna pass 3 pillars. 1, 2, 3. Start floating. And we can float out of bounds. This skips a boss fight that's 8 minutes. Yeah, so again, another very welcome skip that we could do. Now, the unfortunate thing is this does skip a very funny sequence where you are a competitor in a game show, and you win the game show. That's how the story plays out. I'm gonna cut it right here. It should be good. I'm a little far. I may have to redo this. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make that one. I thought it was farther back than I was. Yeah, barely missed it, but let me I think maybe I could reload checkpoint and it'll work. I'm hoping. It's not that big of a time loss if it doesn't. Yep, I gotta reload reload the level. That's fine. That's not a big time loss. I think we lost like a minute. But you're gonna win the game show, and then we can choose from us a couple of different prizes. And that's the room we're going to end up in when we get into it. After that works. This will actually be a good time while I have to redo this part. Oh, good grief. This would be a great time, Turtle, if you got anything you would like to tell the fine folks watching at home.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. We have, in fact, a message for you, Dangerous. Coming in with 60 Canadian dollars from Zokoboon, who says, Dangerous will totally not remember what this is for, but trust. When I say he deserves this brick, :3, good luck on the run and a hearty 07 to all the Pat friends on another amazing event for Little Warriors. Thank you very much, Zokoboon, for that donation, and that $60 all went towards our upcoming Plushie from the Sky incentive, skyrocketing up to $110 out of $125. We're $15 left. We are so close to meeting that final incentive for today's silly block. So please get that in if you have the means to do it, as we get right back to Dangerous now that the skip is going to totally work this time.
Assuming that I don't quit out of it early. You obviously like want to cut out as early as you can to save time, but not so early that you miss the platform. All right, this should be good. Oh yeah, now we're plenty good. Okay, so now we're gonna warp into this room, and this is the room where we get to claim our prize, so to speak, for the game show. So I'm gonna drop down here, crouch under here, dash in here, and now I get to choose from one of 3 different prizes. So so the whole game is us trying to get back to Earth. So we can either pick a washing machine, a set of floppy disks, or we can go back to Earth. So we're gonna pick the washing machine.
The champs are looking at the
I back it.
Maxwell picked the washing machine.
Unit washer and dryer.
He only had one outfit on him, so it was a little overkill. After becoming the champion of the rolling bot competition, he turned to a life of hardcore stamp collecting. Bertana and Maxwell haven't spoken since, but his clothes have never been dirty. Ending number 2. Well, technically number 3.
Just love
But...
the simple game over.
All right.
Yeah.
So now we'll pick the floppy disk.
will the champs.
Always a lover of music, Maxwell chose the Engelbot collection. He was robbed shortly after, losing all of his possessions, including his Engelbot discs. Bertana was busy at the time of the robbery. Ending number 3. This is what you donated for, people. You wanted to see these endings. All right, now we end the level.
They're pretty good.
Just and now done.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. All right, then we're going to head in.
I mean, I get it with the washing machine, but
Nice to have a new washing machine.
Like, I don't know, man.
Oh, I missed the buffer here. Oopsie. All right,
Chat, let's hear it. Who in chat has never seen a floppy disk in person before?
Let's try this one more time.
I definitely have.
There we go.
Hey, what have I got? A dial. He lets you get into doors like. Nah, I think we can handle
We're gonna
it.
float away from this guy. Oh wait,
Girl. Now come grab
I
it.
did that on the
I'm
wrong
house
dialogue.
boss
Whoopsie.
for my best customer.
Now, fun fact: that little line that he said right there used to actually have a fixed timer on it, and you would only be able to get out of bounds very briefly, or had the opportunity to get out of bounds very briefly. But then in a later patch, they actually extended that so that you have to manually close that, which was kind of nice because it made it a little bit easier to get over here faster. Not a huge time save, but definitely a welcome one. So we're gonna navigate here, gonna jump up to this. Now there's a bunch of invisible walls here, so I gotta be a little careful. There's especially a few right here. There we go. Try and navigate through this side. Now I need to cross over here, but this hill's really steep, so I want to like cross after I've passed the hill crest. And then on up here, now there's a really weird wall here, so I gotta be real careful to actually land in here. Gonna hit this checkpoint just in case this goes wrong. Nice, got it. And we're going to do another journal buffer off of Vic.
Myself some new prime real estate. Had to muscle out the last guy, but I made sure he was fairly compensated.
Oh, he was fairly compensated, okay.
You could say he had an early retirement. Yep, won't be hearing from him no more. I killed him, Max. Come in and spend.
If those of you who've never like heard of Bears in Space before, please absolutely check it out because all those like little dialogue things are absolutely hysterical.
Yep. Big agree. All right, now in the 80% run, like a fresh file, you have to do a lot of shenanigans with this level, but in New Game Plus, we can drop down here and skip right into the end of the level. Now, this is not going to make any sense without seeing the rest of the level before this, but we did skip one of the best characters in the game, Sven, voiced by Gianni Matrograno, if you know that name. All right, and then we are at the train station terminal. Now, this is another fight with a really long boss fight. However, I found a skip for it, and I'm just gonna put that out there because I'm kind of proud of the fact that I found this skip. Found it one night when I was in a Discord call with Asuka, and she was very confused by my reaction at first when I first found it. So we're gonna get over there. I'm gonna try and make this. Ah, I missed it. That's a very, very tight jump. I got it actually earlier in practice, but no such luck here. So I just gotta go around the long way. There we go.
All aboard? Too bad if not.
All right, so we gotta just ride this elevator up. When we get to the top of the elevator, we are going to do a journal hover in order to avoid getting mugged by a couch. I didn't stutter.
Yep.
So we're gonna wait for
As one does.
the speaker right here. Gonna start spamming.
Attention.
I mean, I've seen nothing
Every
wrong
time
with
I
this.
see this one, it's so funny.
I was saying earlier with your reaction when you found the skip. I was like, it was much like the reaction when I found, like, you had been playing this for a few days. I had just popped in. I was like, oh yeah, I already beat the game. The look on your face, Dane, priceless.
Yep. So that's Cletus. We are skipping his entire fight by doing this skip because it takes forever. So you do a journal buffer to land in here. Now we have to land on this side of this yellow wall. There's a big invisible wall here, and if we land on the other side of it, we're locked in the arena. But on the left side, we can skip right into the end level trigger. And this takes us to our second shmup sequence. And this is another one where we're just going to get right up here in this corner. And Asuka's hopes and dreams are going to die.
Yes, good. Yes.
It's okay. I'm gonna keep eating my Baja Blast pie.
Yeah, I suppose
I'm
one
actually
sin
eating this right now.
The sin of shmups deserves another sin,
Hold up.
just as great in magnitude.
All right. Now we have
Gravity paws on
the carnival. Now, annoyingly, Zen, we talked about earlier, found a skip for this level, which skips my favorite character in the entire game. Now we are going to get to see that character. There is a skip for that character in a later level, but because you all very generously donated to get all endings, we are actually going to be playing through that specific level. Pretty much vanilla. Asterisk, slight glitching, you'll see. But right here we are just doing a bunch of platforming. You will notice that there is a familiar little ditty playing in the background. You gotta wait for these platforms. We'll dash to this one. Push this button, turn this, turn it a second time, head this way, push this button. We can pretty much dash right away as soon as we hit that button. Get to this platform, we're gonna deflect it again to get that one open. Almost fell off. And that gets us to here. Now I'm a little low on health, but luckily there's a pickup right here. And this is gonna take us into a fight. So, Turtle, if you'd like to take a moment, now's a good time to do so.
Thank you very much, Dane. I just want to remind everyone of why we are all here playing these silly games with our friends. It is all for little warriors. And their goal is to end child sexual abuse, and the only way to do that is forward. Forward means facing what's ahead, warriors on the front lines protecting children, trailblazers leading change, advocates refusing to turn back. Forward is about being present and intentional, bringing fresh ideas built on evidence and committing to a future free of generational trauma. We look forward to tomorrow, a world where children lead safe and healthy lives, where communities heal, and where compassion drives lasting change.
That was excellent. Thank you very much for that. Yes, and it is definitely a wonderful cause that we are donating for here at Prevent-A-Thon for Little Warriors. very, very good cause. So we use that guy's little side quest to skip right into the carnival. It is very funny that he says, "Get the heck off my land," as we float away from his land. We just leave. Now that we're in the carnival, in order to actually get to the end level sequence, we have to play through one of 3 segments. The one we're going to is by far the fastest, by like multiple minutes. Did not mean to jump on top of the car there. So I'm going to real quick top off my ammo. I'm going to try and get a journal buffer off of this guy. Nice. And this just gets us into here a little faster. We wanted to float as far in on this runway as we could in order to just get through here a little faster, because you walk pretty slow when you're not in that cutscene. And now all of these robots are insulting us.
Why does it have so much fur? I never knew a bear could be so ugly.
Oh, they're insulting Bertana. Oh, she's not going to be happy about that.
Now that's taking things too far. Time to teach these punks a lesson in deactivation.
And I think this is the first time you're going to get to see Bertana's combats. Yeah, if you're familiar with Doom, this is kind of like the Berserk in Doom, where Bertana takes over, and basically the combat is we have right click, and then we can also throw a Hadouken if we want. And then, oh, don't worry, we also have a Shoryuken. So... The developers have been in my chat before, and they said that they may have committed some light copyright infringement.
Just light, yeah.
Very, very small amount.
Yeah. Well, that depends on if that was light Shoryuken or heavy Shoryuken.
True. It's okay. Bertana wears a yellow jumpsuit, so it's a palette swap. It's fine.
Anyways, take this guy out. Now there's a few trigger enemies, and they're all up here on this ledge, so I'm going to try and take out all of them as fast as I can and ignore all the other ones. You need to go away. That's all of them. Cool. Actually, it was a really fast fight. I'm going to try and get a journal buffer right here. Excellent.
Being the victim of bullying
yeah, Dean, for real, you just like breezed right through that.
Only funny when it's not happening to you.
I caught that, but I was so focused on the journal buffer, I chose to ignore it. But I wanted you to know I heard what you said, and I am unhappy.
Wait, are you talking about the pun I dropped or IRL?
Yes.
Okay.
In the true spirit of a journal buffer, he chose to turn the page.
Hey.
Oh boy. All right.
That was good.
So this is Radium in the Stadium. This entire level is a minigame boss fight. There is a skip for it, but where's the fun in that? Also, I can't do the skip. I've tried. I can't do it. So we're gonna just cue the fight. Yeah. All right, so this is the Immaculate Strongo, and basically we have to either hold left, hold right, hold left or hold right when he, starts to do an attack, and otherwise we just wail on him. The way this fight works is we're just going to spam left click, and between those little strikes that he does to the left or right, he's going to let me hit him 0 to 3 times before he queues up another one. And I just have to hold left or right and spam left click. Oops, I was at the wrong side. So we get him to about half health, and then we're going to go to our respective corners. The way a boxing match normally goes, halfway through you go to the corner and...
Contemplate life choices.
Yeah, if you are the kind of boxer that does that. And then we are going to go back into the middle. Now, one thing that's different now, he has that attack where he will lean back and then kind of do a double swipe at you. Annoyingly, you can't hit his blind side on that one the way you can with the other two. So if he does that a lot, that's time lost. And he will usually do it 3 times in a row like that. I feel like that happens so often where he just does 3 of those in a row. Strongo, there's people watching. This isn't a practice run. We're actually at Prevent-A-Thon. Strongo. There you go. Fight over.
Truly immaculate. Nice.
Yeah, here's an immaculate time loss. Now there is a weird bug that sometimes happens where in the last cutscene of this level, sometimes you can decouple from the cutscene and float around. It's random. I don't know what causes it. We'll see if I got it in practice earlier. We'll see if I get it this time. We don't know what causes it, but just sometimes it happens. And it happened. Let's go. So those are my hands.
Nice.
And we're just floating away. See, I can move around freely while this cutscene plays. Doesn't save or lose any time. It's just funny.
It's just funny. Yeah.
But yeah.
Pretty dope.
I can't turn the camera, by the way. I can only move around. And then it warps. Warps you back in. And that is radium in the stadium.
By the cutscene there. The end of it.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Like I opened a Wikipedia page.
Yeah, you can see that if you get locked in, you can still see it. All right, so now we are in Grovia. This is the level that caused me to pay a guy to make a trainer because this level, routing the skip for this level sucked. Now we're gonna do our first skip called Wireless Steve. Cosmic, would you like to explain Wireless Steve?
Yes, so normally we have to get this guy named Wired Steve and bring him over here. But since we are going to skip doing that, it's Wireless Steve. Yeah, this
And that
is my
skip
single
was named
contribution to this game.
DECosmic. Oh, darn, I blocked the thing. There we go. That's what was supposed to happen. All right. I'm gonna grab the health because they hit me a lot more than I was hoping they would. And just kind of navigate through the level in bounds in order to get to... I'm gonna save just in case this goes wrong. In order to get to here, and do another journal buffer off of this guy who's running in right there. And then we're gonna float away. Now, it's raining. It is visually difficult to see what the heck is happening because it's raining. That's why I needed a guy to give me a trainer. So I paid a guy to make a trainer, and thank goodness I did. Now I gotta count this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 for good luck. And that is going to land us right in here. Now, we just skipped about 16 minutes of content.
Yeah,
we're gonna push that button. Gonna push that button. That is gonna start a twin stick sequence.
Yay.
So those were dev buttons. Now the first button I pushed changes how this sequence goes. The second button that I push actually starts the sequence. Now I'm going to do this twin stick sequence with mouse and keyboard. I hope that does not offend anybody in our audience because it is too much hassle to switch to a controller. I'm sorry, Asuka. Now because we pushed that first button, all of these doors are open. If we didn't push that first button, we'd have to do a fight in each of these rooms. But luckily the button there, the devs left it in. It's fair game. Yep, and we're gonna just kind of walk through all of these rooms to get into the last sequence right here. Now, I am gonna be very, very careful about not getting hit here. So I'm not gonna you're not gonna see me necessarily hitting my target all the time because I'm mostly looking at my character and trying to avoid getting hit by them. And my actual character, like Max, is getting hit right now because doing that skip breaks some things, as you can see. And I don't want to get hit too many times here. Like, mostly, like, I've got enough health, I'll be fine. But if I get hit too many times, I'll actually lose the fire rate that I have right now. And I would really like to keep that because it is way faster to shoot this thing if you have the full fire rate. So that ends the twin stick sequence. Now, if we're lucky, yep, it broke. So there's the boss is supposed to be here, but because we broke the sequence, it didn't quite work out. Did it? Give me the, I guess we'll see if it gave me the save or not. If we reload checkpoint, it should fix everything. Yeah, there he is.
No.
So we're gonna grab the sacred ray gun, and then he's going to attack, and we just have to hold left click and point in his general direction. Yeah. Now, if we were to just play through this like normal, we would actually be soft locked. So I have to do a journal buffer here, so I have to spam this in order to get over this wall. Oh God, I almost.
Let's go find that rocket.
Bumped that roof and almost locked myself back in.
God left inside. I'm no candy rocket.
Just waiting for the dialogue to finish and hit a trigger. And now we are going to be locked into a 1 minute auto scroller. And when I say 1 minute,
I'd say in about 1 minute this bad boy will be ready to go.
she says 1 minute. So I'm going to tell you when you can watch the clock. It's going to be exactly 1 minute when she says, "The rocket's ready to go, Maxie." Starting right now. So Turtle, you got 1 minute.
Absolutely. And I would like to just remind everyone of our incentive coming up, Flushy from the Sky upgrade to normal difficulty. Some more information about that in case you folks are curious about what your money's going towards. That run will be increased in difficulty because all the enemies will have 30% increased health and damage. And that means that they will often be one-shotting the runner. That 30% is the difference between 2 shots and 1. Makes the run way, way, way harder. Because they just magically develop extra power and have some, and I quote here, really thick abs of steel to repel our plush plastic powers. So it is a silly block run coming up at the end of the night. We really want to keep pushing towards that. Only $15 left until we get those thick abs of steel on every single enemy in Flushy from the Sky. Oh, I did that a little too fast. I'm a speedrunner too. No!
Oh, no, you're fine. There it is, 1 minute. Exactly 1 minute. So we are going to grab onto the rockets and we are going to ride the side of the rockets into space. That's us on the side of the rocket. Right there. That's Maxwell Adams. And that is Grobia. This is going to take us into our third and final shmup sequence, which we of course are going to play as straight-laced as possible. Just kidding, we're gonna die immediately the way we always do. Just like that. Does it hurt, Asuka? Does it hurt?
Optimal.
I think we broke Asuka.
She's crying through the neon blue-green pie over there.
The chemical pie, yes.
Yeah.
Just do it.
All right, we are coming up on my favorite character. Now, there is a skip to skip this entire level. It is extremely boring. We're not going to do it. We're going to play through this level fairly vanilla. Now, this is my favorite character right here.
Good to yeah.
Voiced by one of the developers, actually.
Oh, how about that?
I think it was John voiced him. I actually don't remember which one it was, but one of the developers voiced him.
What the heck?
You'll see.
And we just have to like navigate through a bunch of hallways. This is like a little bit of an expository sequence that's just meant to be kind of funny. It's educational about the honey and how honey is created, and Berton is not seemingly to be a fan of it. And navigate through here. This by the way, I don't think we actually explained this. This is the binary gun. Oh, that's not what I'm supposed to do here. My brain short-circuited. It is the binary gun. It's basically just an on-off switch, but it's, you know, shaped kind of like a gun.
Yeah,
sort of.
The pistol grip on-off switch.
Max, why is there no honey?
Pretty much, yeah.
This here
to have to skip some dialogue here. Now, that looks like a dope fish. That looks like a dope fish. And oh, that's a dope fish. Now, by pushing those 3 dope fishes or activating them, we open this little warp point that takes us into here.
Max, we found it. The honey obtainium reactor. This single reactor is powering the entire robot army. It creates the limitless source of honey which our mortal enemy thrives on. If it were to be destroyed, our mission would be over. The enemy defeated, but the delicious honey would be gone.
Well, then we have to push the button.
This is all right.
Oh no.
I'm afraid I can't let you do that, Max. The destruction of this reactor would mean the end to honey as we know it. You know I can't let that happen. Goodbye, Maxwell.
One shot. Bertana killed Maxwell to preserve the honey reactor. She lived the rest of her days sipping on the sweet power of honey. Eventually, she consumed so much honey that she became the overlord of the robots. Max was dead at the time, but would have enjoyed Bertana's antics as robot overlord. Ending number 4. Now, I want to point something out. This challenge right here is called the canon ending. That challenge pops if you do that cutscene.
Did you know
The developers have called that the canon ending. So there you go. And yet it's still not the best one. There's a better one. You'll see.
Max, I'm so sorry,
But yeah, that is
really
4 out of 6 of the endings so
I'm
far.
not sure what I was expecting, but it wasn't this. I thought maybe at the
Right,
very
we got a big
least it
skip
would have
coming
some
up as well.
educational stuff.
There's normally like a big
But
side
to
area
not
you have to
get
go to in order
taste
to
I'm at a
be able
loss for
to
words, Max.
get through this door up here. But if we do a journal buffer right there, we can actually hit the door early and start the rocket.
Just too boring to do now, except to remain silent and progress.
Yeah, her dialogue overlaps. It sounds pretty cursed. There's too much dialogue, Maxie.
Yeah, poor Bertana thought this
We're
game
in
was
here.
boring.
Whoa, I'm floating. Okay. Whoa, I'm still floating. Okay, that's very unusual.
What did I... Power up!
Yeah. The rubber band pulls you back here to be able to do that. Now we got our second Bertana fight that, well, not in the game, but the second one you're going to see in this run. So this is actually a pretty decently length fight. They throw a lot of dudes at you because with Bertana they give you double the hit points and you can basically one-shot everything by just walking up to it and holding right-click. So they put a lot of enemies in the arena to give it some semblance of challenge, but we are also playing on easy because easy is very, very fast. Especially when you compare it to the hardest possible difficulty setting, which is called 0-5. Actually, Oscar, do you want to explain that?
Which one again?
0-5, the customized difficulty.
Oh, I was like, so they did a lot of cool things within the game where you can kind of tweak the experience to what works for you. Like, which you've also seen as Dean's been doing some platforming. You'll see these purple and gray platforms that say platform helper. That's another customization. 0-5 is basically making it, it's customizing the difficulty specifically to, that's the easy side or is that the hard side?
Oh no, 0-5 is the hardest
Oh,
possible
yeah.
setting you can set it
Yeah,
to.
it's basically,
Yeah,
you have
5-0 makes you god.
Yeah, 0-5 makes them god. So it cranks up the difficulty in terms of the enemies do tons and tons and tons of damage and you barely scratch them and don't have much health to work with. So it gets pretty wild in these particular sequences, which are very neutralized.
If you like punishment,
Yeah.
if you like pain, try 0-5.
I really should have just called it Ultimate Nightmare.
They could have. Well, but it's called 0-5 because it's a
Because
customized
it's
difficulty
customized.
setting. So
Yeah, that.
yeah.
But also,
And they
Zero
have,
as in
like-
you do times 0 damage to them, and they do 5 because they do 5 times the damage to you.
Yeah, and you
That is where it
can
caps
kind
out.
of like set it anywhere, like across, like on the slider. They also have like pre-built difficulties that you can choose from.
Yeah. Yeah, we do it on the default easy as opposed to actually playing it on 5-0 just because it feels a little bit like cheating if you set the difficulty that low.
Yeah,
So we add a little bit of challenge to it.
it is almost as broken as the journal. So you go that easy.
Yeah. So we're gonna fight here. Yeah, a little bit of a flash and light warning, by the way. It's not like super severe, but we'll kind of let you know when this is over with, and you can look again. And mostly just have to kill all these guys to lower that barrier behind me. Of course, I missed. Very good.
the barrier.
The barrier. Oh my god! I wasn't even trying to do that. How dare you?
I just love how both of us are like,
So we gotta wait for.
So all the hairier sections in this game are called barrier sections then too, right?
So we have to just
They are
wait
now.
for this platform to raise up, and then we can progress. Why do I do this to myself?
I just want to pause and admire
it would
these
actually
awesome
be
jokes.
space barrier segments. Oh my goodness, dude.
Ow, my ankles.
All right, so this fight up here is a boss fight. This is Metal Bear Zero. However, we have the Pyrite Gun.
Metal Bear?
Now, it unfortunately only has one shot at a time, so we have to go collect some ammo between rounds. But you take him down that much on the first shot, and then he phases to this floating sequence. We need to look for the one with the red belly button. That is the one that is the actual Metal Bear Zero. The rest are Assad's. Then, of course, this is the one that spawns in, so I have to go all the way over here to get that. Whoa! There we go.
Also note, Dane picks up health and ammo from a picnic basket. Sorry, a picnic
Picnic
basket.
basket, yes.
Picnic basket.
Because bears. Where? Of course, he's the farthest one. Of course he is.
Naturally. Liquid.
Alright, going to. There we go. He has some iframes as soon as he warps back in, so I have to wait a second before I actually shoot. I'm going to waste my shot. I'm going to spin up the chain gun here, and this part is, I am pretty sure, an ode to Half-Life 1, the final boss of Half-Life 1. I'm pretty sure, or at least they got the idea for it from that. You hit that, grab the picnic basket here, and that is the end of the fight. On New Game Plus, this fight's not that bad. On any percent, this fight sucks. It takes forever. Luckily, we don't have to worry about that in New Game Plus. All right, so Maxie and Baritana have been separated. And now we are Maxwell by ourselves. Unfortunately, that means we do lose our jump height, our dash, and all that. And we are stuck doing a fight against, this is Quasic. He's going to throw a boulder at us that we just very easily sidestep. And then our moves are we just karate chop him. Now, I do want to kind of bait him over this direction. Please punch. There you go. Just bait him ever so slightly right here, in order to get him closer to this boulder, because the closer he is to that, the faster he can run right through that, and we want him to do that, you know, as fast as we can. Oop, got stuck on that for a second. And we're gonna come over here, grab this dynamite, and we are going to use this dynamite to blow up these rocks right here in order to grab this dynamite.
Just what I need. This should provide some extra firepower.
That sounds normal.
Definitely.
And now for round two.
Have such immeasurable.
So again, I'm going to try and bait him. Stop spitting fire. Punch. There we go. I want him to punch because that's going to get him to move, and I want him again to move in the direction that I want in order to cut down the distance that he has to run to this boulder right here.
Plaza just wants to show you he's more than a one-punch man.
Yeah. We're go over here, grab this very old machine gun.
On its own, but it could conceivably still be integrated into a makeshift Quasic.
And then we get round 3 with Quasic. So now what we're doing basically is gathering a bunch of... Stop spitting fire, punch! There we go. Oh darn it. He did that like really fast. There we go. We're gathering a bunch of pieces to make an ultimate weapon to take down Quasic once and for all. So we've gathered a couple of sticks of dynamite, a very old-timey machine gun, and then past this boulder is the third part of this ultimate weapon, which is Excalibur. So we're gonna pull Excalibur out of the rock. Just kidding, the rock's coming with us, I guess.
The final piece of the puzzle.
And then we can put together this weapon right here. So this is a very annoying mini game that I have to play through. There we go.
That looks annoying.
It is a little bit annoying.
Oh, it definitely is.
And so now we have made the ultimate weapon. And this is what's going to let us finally take down Quasic once and for all.
No man has killed before.
You said it was the ultimate weapon.
Not too excessive. Not too
excessive, no. Definitely not.
In the end,
Dang.
I can't time to.
Annoyingly,
and what do we do with the ultimate weapon?
he destroys it afterward because it can't fall into the wrong hands. Max, you can end the game in 1 second with that thing. All right, and now we are on a 2-minute auto scroller where all I can do is hold forward. If I try to hold back, 1 second. If I try to hold back,
The only way forward is forward. No time to backtrack.
or if I press a side button, oh, 1 second. You'd have to go through these.
There's no sidestepping this situation. I have to press on.
It's literally all we can do is hold forward.
Yeah.
So.
I used to know Bertana.
Pretty good.
Where are you?
So yeah, Turtle, if you want to read anything off, you got about a minute and a half.
Thank you, Dane. Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to take this time to shout out Prevent-A-Thon itself. We have a wonderful community full of supportive and loving friends that you can join too if you would like. Type exclamation Discord in the chat to get an invitation link to the Discord server, where we hang out, watch speedruns, and most importantly, prep for upcoming marathons. In addition, if you want to see even more from Prevent-A-Thon, type exclamation mark socials to get links to our social channels, where we will shout out Little Warriors as well as all of the games that we have both in this marathon and coming up. So between both of those, you should always be able to find a way back to Prevent-A-Thon whenever we call on your aid for Little Warrior.
Absolutely. We got a car, but we crashed it.
In the distance, a building looms, yet makes no weave.
I'm sorry, that is a very underrated joke. I feel like that joke goes very underappreciated. He says, in the distance, a building looms but makes no weave. I feel like that is a very good joke that not enough people truly appreciate. Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you.
Yeah?
It's like,
no, I got it now.
it's subtle. It's
got
subtle.
it
You don't
now.
catch it on your. I didn't catch it on my first playthrough.
Yeah.
And this taxi drops
All
off.
about those
Bertana.
CG so, man.
By the way, all right, let me
So Bertana went to the zoo. Apparently had a good time. But now we're reunited, so now we have our movement speed back again, and we are headed into the second to last level. The second to last level, unfortunately, is the longest one. This level's about 11 minutes long. There is a skip for it, but it's a bad skip, so we're gonna avoid it. Oh, I didn't get the journal buffer here. That's fine. Actually, this is a good time for me to refill my ammo, because I did burn through it a bit on Metal Bear Zero. Spend. So yeah, this is Spaceport Ascent. This room right here is a Matrix reference for those of you that have seen the Matrix.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a Matrix reference. 100%.
Okay, I did not have a weapon equipped for some reason. That's, should I say the thing? That's never happened before. I've never actually not had a weapon equipped there. I don't know what happened. I did a lot of damages now. I'm going to refill briefly. So yeah, we have the game set to easy mode. You see how much damage I'm still taking, like, despite that. This is very much a bullet hell. Something, there you are.
Definitely.
Oop, there we go. A little delayed elevator there. All right, we're headed back outside. There's a little tiny, oh, sorry, no, we got one more sequence before we're back outside. Now we are going to do a very scary room in a second. Actually, a small skip here. We can actually jump onto this. That skips the puzzle that you have to do here, which is kind of nice. And then we're coming up on a very scary room, so I'm going to whip out the shotgun. Gonna jump across here. Gonna let this guy grab me. Grab me. Grab me. Dude! He always... Go away. He always grabs me, and yet this time he didn't. Dude! Well, now we're losing time versus... Okay, fine. If he's not gonna grab me, then I'm just gonna go around. What a jerk. He normally grabs you and then you can shoot him to get launched up here a little bit faster, but he was being a real jerk today. I'm gonna grab this health because this part is very, very scary. All right, I have to... Oh my god, I actually fell down.
No.
Oh man, my health is very bad right now.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna use the dial-a-bot that we used a little bit earlier. We're gonna use it again here. We're gonna grab this health, grab this health. Don't shoot me, don't shoot me. Okay. It is, that's the right one of that. There we go. Okay, it is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Don't kill me. I have finished that sequence with 1 hit point before. It is scary.
That is.
But we got it.
That is rough.
And now we are on.
Remember, just easy difficulty.
Yeah, easy mode, by the way. But you're expected to like clear out the room, so you're not getting pelted. You know, when you're doing that sequence. And then this is Yo Dog. So, Yo Dog will of course be following us all the way to the end of the game. Don't say anything. Right, we got another. Oh. Did not see him. That was weird. Did not see him. Right, and then we got 2 ninjas bouncing around. Okay, just stay still. Stop it. There we go.
They're just flipping everywhere.
They are supposed to be assassins. Come on, hit him. There we go. Yeah, we want to send off the Hadoukens to take out the guys that are like at a really long distance. Cool. And Yo Dog helped us out, and of course Yo Dog then dies in the cutscene. Yeah.
I'll see you in the third DLC. For real this time.
07 in chat.
Yep, rip for O-Dog, for Yo Dog.
For Yo Dog.
And now, this is the room where you can actually skip the rest of the level. But we're not gonna do that. We are instead, oh, I have very low ammo. Luckily we have ammo pickers right there. We're going to destroy the beige house. And then we're going to kill the president. And then we're going to kill the vice president. And then we need to kill the Secretary of Snacks, who his spawn point is a little weird. And that gets us to here. Now we are on to another like mini-game boss fight. This is actually my favorite one in the game. This one's cool. So that's us. We are fighting the robot from inside the robot's perspective. I think this is a really cool fight. Ooh, almost got hit.
It's not often that games do second-person perspective like this.
It's very cool. Oh, yep, and so he does this little whirly bird move. He'll do this about 2 times per fight. If you get unlucky, he'll do it 3, but and sometimes he double claws. Double claws, it's kind of hard to do much about it. But we just need to run up and bang our model against this thing. He's probably gonna do another spin whirlybird in a second. Probably do it as the next attack. Yep, there it is. So luckily he's low, so I don't think he's gonna do it a third time unless he just really wants to troll me. Oh, come on, one more good hit. Oh my god, he's trolling me, this guy.
We use more time to appreciate how this fight is actually set up. Because you're not the mech. You're Maxwell.
I'm not holding forward, I'm holding backward in order to move toward myself. There we go. And that gets us into the next part. So we're headed back outside. There's a small skip coming up. I'm actually gonna refill my ammo. There's a small skip coming up here that I found, which is kind of nice. Saves a few seconds. You normally have to do a big long run around thing, but if you jump onto this tree, jump up here, and then, oh wow, I jumped all the way up here. That's kind of rare. So that happens if you get pushed while you're in the mid jump, and I happen to get pushed, so that kind of worked out nicely. But yeah, that skip's having to run around, hit a button, and do a lot else. Saves like about 10 seconds, let's say, give or take. And then we're going to get into another fight at the end of this sequence. We're going to push the button because if you don't, you can get kind of like bounced around kind of annoyingly on these platforms that aren't the platform helper. All right, we got another Dialbot door up here. I got really unlucky with this one.
Those are randomized every playthrough as well?
Yep, it's randomized if you load checkpoint.
Oh, okay.
So it extremely randomizes every time. So there's unfortunately no way to really optimize that except just get very good at spotting the patterns and yeah. So this is another fight right here. Not a ton to talk about right here, so Turtle, if you want to jump back in with another quick one, now's a good time.
Thank you very much. Yeah, just one more call out for Little Warriors, our charity that we will constantly be helping throughout this event. Their current program is the Be Brave Incentive. The Be Brave Bridge Incentive is a comprehensive online program that connects specialized counselors and coaches with children, teens, and parents impacted by trauma who might not otherwise receive timely mental health support. These programs are designed to provide immediate mental health support to anyone affected by trauma. To learn more, go to littlewarriors.ca/bridge-online-programs or type !bridge in chat. And I do want to say, if you look at the donation total right now, we are $18 away from a pretty nice milestone of $1,400. And if that $18 were to go towards the Plushie in the Sky incentive, that would also be met. So you could meet $1,400 and Plushie in the Sky with a single $18 donation if anyone is generous enough to give that right now. Please get on it, chat.
Yeah, this is Time Crisis. So you're just stuck on this cart ride until you get to the end of it. So we can't speed this up. It is a straight up auto scroller. So I usually just try and shoot the targets just because there's not really anything else to do here.
This was that section that had WASD hard-coded into it for a while, right? And
it's still hard-coded into it.
Is it still hard-coded into it?
They fixed a lot of them, but they didn't fix all of them. I think this is actually the only thing that's still hard-coded, but it's fine. I don't mind because I only have to hit 2 buttons for it, so. Yeah, my movement keys are
while this auto-scroller continues, let me talk a little bit more about that Plushie incentive so we can get people more hyped for it. It is an upgrade to normal difficulty, so that might not sound too intense, but it is a Souls-like game, and it will make all the enemies 30% stronger, which is just enough to get them for being, a lot of them for being 2-hit kills to 1-hit kills. So it makes the game quite a bit more difficult for our runner. You will want to see that. So get $18 in to meet both the $100 and that incentive.
Very nice. All right, so yeah, so we loaded checkpoint. We did a journal buffer just to be able to load checkpoint, but we have to load checkpoint here to be able to do this part. And then I float all the way over here. I have to wait until the dialogue ends before I can move. And that gets us in here. Skips about a 3-minute fight, which is very nice. And then we are headed into.
Hey there,
Yes, I got it.
Bear. I know I said earlier,
Oop,
but
I don't want to shoot the shotgun. No.
No.
So we got one more big giant fight coming up very shortly. Right through this door. Skip this cutscene. All right, this is a big one, so buckle in. We're gonna be here for a minute. And I'm gonna lock in. So I'm gonna let my commentators do most of the carrying on this one.
So you can definitely tell this fight is like designed for the end game, because a lot of these fights that we've been doing, they're not designed for Dane to have all these weapons. But this one, at this point in the game, you're like, we're properly on pace with what the game expects us to have now. So you have to use like everything in your arsenal, and it expects you to be like upgrading them as well, which is why like the pistols have the 3 hands, is because you can upgrade them as well. So it's now things get intense. So I mean, there's a good shot of the pyrite gun here. It has like it only has 1 bullet at a time. So Dane had whiffed that would have been not really bad. It was a bug for a little while when the game first came out that Dane actually had infinite ammo in the pyrite gun. I remember that.
Oh yeah, way back when. That was I am running very sparse on ammo at this point. Yeah, ammo is infinitely refilled, but it is slow to, kind of run around and grab it. So we just kind of pepper in as much as we can. How are you? I thought I shot you.
Yep.
Maybe I didn't. All right, and that is.
I forget the name of this gun that has the 4 barrels.
Yep. Yeah, it starts with 1, and then you get 2, and then you get 4. And that takes us into Spaceport. This is the final level of the game, and this used to be a really long fight, but we found a skip that skips almost all of it. We only have to do the very last sequence of this fight. Thank God, because it was another like really long one because it was cycle based. So we're just going to sit on this very uncomfortable looking chair.
I need some of the
Agreed.
And then I have to kind of time this properly. Okay. Sorry, flashing light warning slightly here. Oop. There we go. This is the valet. He is the final boss. Bit of a wall boss, but we're gonna float over here. There it is. I always like overshoot this instead. Landing on this platform triggers this cannon to spawn in, so we're going to just run over here, sit behind this in case it tries to hit us. Oh, it hit us anyway. That was weird. And then we're just gonna get into this cannon, and this is not supposed to be done like this. He's not supposed to be actively shooting us. He's supposed to be like stunned and like paralyzed at this point. So we're doing things really out of order here. And this gets us into the very last sequence where we play as Bertana. And we just have to wail on all of these robots here. And yeah, this happened in practice too. For whatever reason, I can't jump right now. I don't know why, but the game is not letting me jump for some reason. This only happened in practice today.
That's strange. The Z coordinates for the player are locked. That's kind of.
I don't know. Something's alive. Oh, there you are.
There we go.
Should be everybody. There we go. Cool. And then hopefully it unlocks my jump here, because I don't know why it was like not letting me before.
Oh yeah? Well, I never.
So we have to. So this is one of the other guys we met in the very first cutscene. Why did he do that? Oh my God, he did that in practice too. He's not supposed to do that, but for whatever reason, he just gets really aggressive. But we just collect the honey and then just run up and Yeah, yeah. Flashing light warning for this part too. Bsky's hands are a little bit jarring, and even I'm not photosensitive at all, but it's still a little bit much even for me.
Yeah, she's just swinging for the
And what's
fences
funny
right
is
now.
sometimes her hands are not lit up, but sometimes they are. It's sort of 50-50. Oh, there we go. And we just break the heart. And that kills the ballet. And we got a little cutscene that plays out. And then once we get to the end of that cutscene, that is going to be time. So, Thon is going to fly back to us right here. Very good.
This ends.
Now, again, he's supposed to be dead at this point. Like, he fell down, the bus rolls in, there it is, and his head comes flying off, and...
Oh, no!
That was a really nice bus you just blew up.
It was a very nice bus.
Well, that's it. We finally achieved my dreams of killing that guy.
We just saw what the car right before this, and here we see a bus. So yeah, we just have to kind of wait out the clock here. All of these UFOs that are flying around, not supposed to be here, by the way. This is supposed to be a very lonely and empty platform, but because we skipped the whole fight, all these UFOs are here. So yeah, we got one more little dialogue bit right here, and then time is going to be coming up as soon as I touch the rocket right there. And time. Oh, I forgot to stop my own personal timer. Although a safe return to Earth was right in front of them, Maxwell and Bertana decided not to go home. They had too much fun together and learned the value of friendship. Bertana and Maxwell haven't been seen since, but wherever a robot is brutally deactivated, rumors of their reappearance always follow. Game over. And that is the actual credits rolled one. Now, I did promise you all endings, and we haven't seen one of them yet, so I am going to give you all of the endings briefly. By the way, shout outs to these three. These are the three main developers. They were kind of the spearheads of the whole thing. There were a few other people that worked on it as well, but those three are kind of the main three, so big shout outs to the three of them. I think they did an incredible job with this game, and I'm definitely not stalling on the credits right now because I want to show everybody that Asuka's name is in the credits.
More importantly, Dangerous' name is in the credits.
Yeah, both of our names are actually in the credits because we did some like not early play testing. We did some we play tested it kind of when the game came out, and we helped them make a bunch of tweaks to things. They actually gave us playtester credits in the credits on current patch, which is just really cool.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And honestly, these devs that they've been in chat with me, the nicest guys. Like, they're so cool, and they're super cool with speedrunners. And there's me and Asuka. There's our names in the credits. It's so cool. So yeah, big shouts to these guys. If you can buy this game, like if you can afford this game, please go buy it, because the more people that buy this game, the more people will be able to, or the more games they'll be able to make. And they need to make as many games as they can, because this game is just so good. It's just so good. Now, we do have one more ending that I promised you. So we're going to go back into the first level again. We're going to do the exact same thing from the very beginning. Skip this cutscene. All right, there's been a whoopsie. We're going to come over here. Okay, now we have to get across the banana peels.
Oh.
Okay, well, we're past the banana peels, so... Oh. I forgot my phone. Hold on, I gotta go back. Let's try one more time. Having slipped his last peel, Max decided that maybe this adventure was beyond his capabilities and decided to give up. Game over.
GG!
This is easily the best ending. And you get it less than a minute into the game.
So, that's what I mentioned earlier, because you had been playing this for a while, and I was tinkering at the very beginning, and I found that ending. And
you did.
I remember watching, she was like, yes, I just beat the game. And you were just like, what?
I was like, excuse me?
Oh, somebody in chat mentioned this game's apparently on sale for $5.
Game is on sale for $5 right now, people. Go do yourselves a favor and buy it. It's like a 15-hour casual playthrough, by the way. Go buy this game. Make it so that they can release Chunk, which is their next game they're working on. I've seen some early alpha footage of it, and it's going to be just as silly as this game. But yeah, that is going to be it for me. I want to give another shout out to Zen real quick. He was the one that broke this game to pieces, for better and worse, but I still got to give credit where credit's due. Thank you very much, Zen, for that. And also shout outs to Zarian, who was one of the early glitch hunters for this game. Big shout outs to you as well. If you want to get more of me, I'm at twitch.tv/dangerous. You feel free to follow me there. And you have not heard the last of me yet, because I will be back on Sunday. I'll be doing a run of Rage, the 2011 id Software shooter, and I'll be closing out the marathon as your closing host for the end of our Sonic block. So I'm very, very excited for Sunday. It's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you all very much again for watching. Hope you had fun, and enjoy the rest of Prevent-A-Thon 6.
Bye.
Bye.